Okay, so we're gonna do a super simple midweek healthy meal. Super beautiful. Pan-cooked salmon, couscous, asparagus, courgettes. It's gonna be really quick. It's healthy, about 600 calories. We're eating the rainbow. We've got 2 of our 5 a day. Pretty much this is the stuff that my missus loves, okay? Firstly, our carb is couscous, 75 grams per person, 150. Cover it with some boiling water, about 1 centimetre above where the couscous sits. Basic seasoning goes in. And if you wanted to put a little, I don't know, mint tea bag in there, you could. A slice of lemon in there, you could. Oh my God, a herb in there, you could. So that goes in. And also we'll put our plates above here as well, and you might even get a warm plate instead of a cold plate. So that's a good start. 0 effort, 0 work. Our pan here is getting quite hot now, medium-low heat. We've got our lovely fish. 2 beautiful salmon fillets there, skin on, but it's been scaled and it's been pin-boned. It's a lovely oily fish, omega-3, it's really, really good for you. So what I want to do is show you 2 ways to cook it. Take a salmon fillet like this and slice it into little centimetre slices. This is going to cook in about 2 minutes, so that's proper fast food. I'm then going to have a chunk. Score the skin, and it's going to let the heat in efficiently. So I'm going to put salt and pepper on both. Go skin side down with the chunk into the pan. A lot of people don't like soft fish skin, they pull it off. If you get it crispy, they want to eat it. If you just put your hand on it for 10 seconds, you give full contact to the skin, which means full crispiness. You're going to get like a kind of fish crackling. You can see the heat cooking the fish. Couscous is on, fish is on. Let's celebrate some veg. Asparagus, a little handful per person. Grab the end like this and see how it naturally snaps. So that's where the soft, succulent asparagus goes to more complex, woody asparagus, which is going to be chewy. I'm going to cut the asparagus at an angle just because I like it. Beautiful, nutritious veggie. There's our asparagus. Add a little olive oil and I'm going to add the asparagus. Let's just turn the fish now. Lovely and golden, look at that. Crispy as you like. The asparagus you can just jiggle around. You can see it's picking up some colour. Next up, zucchini, or courgette, as we call it in England. I'm going to cut it a little bit like the asparagus at an angle. So this goes in there. The sliced fish is going to cook much quicker. I'm going to turn this salmon. Very, very different. It's going to take twice the time. I don't want to overcook this veg. If you keep cooking it, you're going to deplete all those lovely, all the lovely goodness and nutrients in there. But I do want to big up flavour. So I'm just going to take a chilli, remove the stalk, and then I want to get rid of the seeds. Use the tip of your knife to scrape that out, and just finely chop it until you're happy with it. So the salmon is nearly there. The asparagus and courgettes are looking good. Okay, beautiful. So guys, look, the salmon's just come off there. These cook in half the time. They look really beautiful. Let's just do a quick salsa. 3 or 4 nice juicy tomatoes, just hack it up. If you can get them when they're nice and in season, that is half the battle. Different colours, yellows. Basic seasoning, salt, pepper, olive oil, extra virgin if you can. Just about a tablespoon. Lemon juice, it's gonna work so well with the salmon. Coriander here, finely chop that. This is going to be tasty. I'm just going to use my hands. That's what's going to give you that kind of incredible salsa. The couscous here has heated my plate up. So I've got 2 lovely warm plates. Can you see how it's swelled up? It's totally fluffy. It's not sticky. Really, really nice. Now what we can do is kiss this with that amazing salsa. Toss it up. This is truly the kind of thing that I'll knock up midweek. Start to finish, 10 to 12 minutes, absolutely. You could have this as a salad the next day. It will get better. You can have it cold. Lovely asparagus, courgettes. Just going to whack it on the top. So you've got your 3 pieces of salmon here. Then you've got your salmon steak here. Beautiful, crispy skin. And then a nice spoon of natural or Greek yogurt. Super, super nice. Works really well with the couscous. Beautiful colours. Having that little light salsa on the top is so beautiful. Look at that, guys. Who said healthy food had to be boring? So guys, that is my beautiful pan-cooked salmon with beautiful couscous, asparagus, courgettes. So guys, from me, until next time, bye! Bye. We're gonna do an incredible dish. We're gonna be doing fish cooked in salt. It's epic, it's amazing, it's delicious, it's nutritious. We're gonna do it with Asian style, healthy greens. Beautiful. This is romantic, it's a special occasion. This is next level. To show us how to do it, we've got the one and only Bart from Bart's Fish Tales. Woo! How you doing, brother?
Thank you for having me. What I do, I travel the world to live, to fish and to cook together with the most amazing, beautiful, sustainable fisheries around the globe. So yesterday morning, went fishing right in the middle of the North Sea, and we got this bunch of beautiful sea bass and drove it all the way to London. If you know these stories behind it, it tastes even better. So we make this sea bass in a salt crust, so which means that all the flavors will stay inside. So I have a big bowl, some rock salt. We have a fish of 1 kilo, and on 1 kilo of fish you use like 1.5 kilo of rock salt.
Okay.
And you use for every 500 gram you use like 1 egg white. So we need 3 egg whites for this dish.
Okay. I've added a little splash of water. You want to make it kind of muggy and kind of...
Yeah, it should stick to your hands. That looks beautiful. Great.
Tell me about this fish.
We make it an Asian style. So I cut my lemongrass a bit diagonal. I have some lime slices. Going to add into the belly of the sea bass. Beautiful. Some coriander, just fold it. First we make a beautiful, nice little bed of the sea crust.
About 1 centimeter thick?
Yeah. This should be closed because you want to have these juices stay inside of the fish.
Okay, so all around.
So we're going to cover it all around, yeah. Very important, make sure that the skin is not damaged, because if the skin is damaged, all these salty flavors come inside and will influence the taste.
Are you happy with that?
This is beautiful, Jim.
It is a bit like being a child again, sandcastles. How long are you going to cook that for?
So it's 190 degrees, right?
Yeah.
And we'll have it in the oven for like 25 to 30 minutes to make a beautiful salad.
Okay.
So seaweed and sea plants.
Really rich in vitamin B12, really good for your bones.
It's nutritious and it's a food for our future.
And it's sustainable, and there's loads of it.
So here we have wakame. So we get rid of the leaves.
So you're using the stalk?
Yes. We're going to slice it in stripes. I just want to show you, this is coming straight out of the sea. Here you have a pan of boiling water, no salt. You add it to the water. You take it out.
Wow, look at that, it goes from brown to green. That's the before and after, guys. Look at the difference. Wowzers. If you go to any supermarket in the UK especially, you can get all the dried stuff in bags and you just soak it in boiling water and it's really, really good.
So I've blanched these stalks for like 2 minutes.
So Bart, shall I just prep these down so that's quite small and delicate?
Yeah. So at the same time I'm boiling water here, I'm going to prep the samphire and the sea lavender.
And also, guys, spinach, chard, you know, all those gorgeous cabbages, you can do exactly the same as what we're doing now. Beautiful, look at those amazing colours. Okay, so let's talk about this dressing then, brother. What flavours are we using? Where's the inspiration from?
Yeah, well, the inspiration comes out of Japan. So we start with like 1.5 tablespoon soy sauce, add some lemon, a bit of rice vinegar, some mirin to make it sweet, brown sugar, 1 teaspoon, some chili, garlic too.
Half or whole?
Half. And we use some ginger.
It's about a teaspoon.
Fantastic. A whisk. Perfect.
So we're going to put this onto the greens, yeah?
Yeah. Add some sesame seed, roasted, white ones.
Really, really good. So this is essentially going to marinate now.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit of lime zest over the top. That's so delicious.
Look at this, guys.
Whey!
Asian salt-crested sea bass.
I just go around the outside of the fish like this. If we're lucky, what we're going to get is the most incredible fish. Look,
beautiful.
There's your oven there, guys.
I start cutting from the head side towards the tail, and now you're going to fold it open.
Woo! Look how easy this meat just kind of clumps away from the bone. I'm just pushing it. Look at that. Woo!
No waste. The bones actually give the taste to the flesh too.
Man, we got to plate this up. Look at how juicy it is, Dave. Nice job, Bart. Gorgeous miso sauce. There's only one thing to do now. Eat it. So I'm going to try the fish first. Oh, the flavour is outrageous. It's so clean, it's so juicy. And then of course the seaweed, it's got texture, flavour. So there you go, guys, something a little bit different. Until next time, from me and Bart, bye. How do we say bye in your language?
Bye-bye. Ciao.
That's it.
Doei.
Crispy skinned salmon, cooked to perfection, with homemade pesto, sprouting broccoli, lovely French beans, new potatoes, simple, humble food. So look, let's see what we've got. I have here, come forth, some new potatoes. The new potatoes I've been cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes. Lovely French beans. These require about 6 minutes. Put those in, the lid will go back on top. We've got our salmon here. 4 lovely pieces of salmon, seasoned with just a little salt. I've got a nice non-stick pan. I've put that on full whack, and I'm gonna go into a cool pan, skin facing up. As that heats up, it's gonna render the natural fat out of the salmon. So that will start frying, then we can turn it onto the skin side and it will go super, super crispy. So it's gonna be crispy, delicious, and in the middle, flaky and juicy. So let's get on with the pesto. First up, half a clove of garlic. I will go in with a little bit of salt. I'll smash that to a paste. In a pesto, there's always nuts. Now, classically pine nuts, some people toast them off and you can lightly toast them. I prefer to leave them raw. You're gonna get a real creaminess from that. So that's about 20, 25 grams of pine nuts. Just bash that up, go in with the basil. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the lovely smaller leaves into some water. They'll freshen up, and then we'll sprinkle that on top at the very end. Bash up this basil. Now, if you just look at the salmon over there, guys, you can see how the heat thus far has gone up about 1 centimetre. Overcooked fish is a real waste of money. It's not very nice. So just kind of getting your confidence up with those skills. That's why I put this dish in 10 recipes to save your life, because the principles of pan frying, cooking fish, making vegetables taste delicious, that's what we're after. So look, come down here, we're just gonna turn that over. Notice there's lots of natural oils here now. And I can just turn the temperature down a little bit now, and I'll cook the fish all the way through on the skin side down. I'm gonna go in sprouting broccoli. They only literally need a minute. With the pesto, once you've got it to a nice little paste, I'm gonna go in with 1.5 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil. I like to put just a tiny squeeze of lemon juice into this pesto. It's not classic. You can make it smooth or chunky, have a little taste. Very nice. And then about 20 grams of Parmesan. And that balance of the lemon juice, Parmesan, basil, garlic is gonna be amazing. So pesto is done. These veggies are cooked. If we cook the veggies in one pan, we're not making loads of washing up, and that's cool too. With the new potatoes, you can either squash them like that, or we can slice them up. While they're kind of steaming and hot, this is the perfect time to get your pesto in there. Just 1 spoonful is gonna completely transform this whole dish. Dress it, sprawl those wonderful greens all over the place. Those lovely new potatoes. The smell is phenomenal. Let's get the salmon on. See how juicy it is. That's what we want. Absolutely gorgeous. Those little basil leaves that we saved, put those in and around. A little squeeze of lemon. Let's get in there. You're getting this incredible crispy skin. Really, really good. And then the pesto, it just tastes totally different when you make it than when you buy it from a jar. It's just non-comparable. So there you go. Until next time, lots of love. Hello, lovely people. I hope you're well. Okay, we're gonna make fish pie, an absolute great British classic. There's many, many variations. I've written a whole load of recipes over the years, but this one is super creamy, nice big chunks of fish. The feta cheese, the spinach and the pea works totally well. I do it for my family all the time. I've got one pot on here with some boiling water. I've got one tray on here. Now, the beginning of the story starts with a little tablespoon of olive oil in a cold pan. Let it heat up. And I'm going in with 1 rasher of smoked bacon. Now, I know you might be thinking, why 1 rasher, okay? I don't want bacon in the fish pie per se, but I do want that incredible smoky flavour. Then I'm gonna use some spring onions, right? A slightly sweeter flavour we're gonna get in there. We go in with the spring onions. Now, this is a clean carrot. Actually, there's no benefit in peeling it whatsoever. So I'm just going to slice it lengthwise. This beginning where we're just sort of sweating off the veg, that actually caramelizes the natural sugars. So in we go with the carrots. This is parsley, really, really fresh. One of the best bits of a fish pie, other than the fish, is the beautiful potatoey top, right? And I want to pimp it, not just in flavour and visual appeal, but also nutritionally. I want to give you more stuff that's good for your body. So what do? First up, the tip is don't peel it. The most nutritional part of the potato is the skin. So the potatoes go into some boiling water. Now potatoes are classed as a starchy carb. They're not bad for you, but if you have too much of them, that can be a bit of a problem. So by going 50-50 sweet potato and potato, we're really, doing cool stuff. We'll boil that until they're just sort of softened and cooked. So the potatoes are cooked. Let's drain those. That steam sort of going is really important, so don't start mashing it straight away. Just leave that for a couple of minutes. So let's talk about fish. You want about 600 grams of fish, right? So I've got 500 grams of salmon, 100 grams of prawns. You can take that completely away and just reflect what is good in your local fishmongers, right? What I want to do is just chunk it up into bite-sized pieces. We need to turn these veggies into the base of a truly delicious sauce. So the way I'm going to do that is we're going to add some flour. 2 tablespoons of flour go in, and that's your thickening agent. So we'll mix that up, and now we can start to add 600 mils of milk. Don't add it all at once, otherwise it will just not work, and it will start to thicken. And this is going to give you that lovely, silky thickness. 2 teaspoons of English mustard are going to kick this party up. I've got frozen peas and frozen spinach. I've got 400 grams of each. As I heat these up in here, they just start to kind of melt, and this sauce will just go really green. I'm going to go in with the peas now, and with the fish, right? The salmon and the prawns. Turn the heat off now. We don't really need to cook that at all. We're just literally mixing it up. That's kind of perfect now, but I'm thinking that it's going to be a bit dry when it's actually cooked. You just pop a little bit of water or milk. I'm just going to stir that through. That's 125 grams of feta cheese. It seasons the whole dish beautifully. So mash up the potatoes and sweet potatoes. Don't overly mash it. I quite like seeing the 2 different colours. Definitely give it a nice little season of salt and some pepper. And now let's top it. Sprinkle it on the top. And you don't have to take it right to the edge. The reason I've done this is because I kind of wanted like a little mountain range, right? And the more peaks and troughs, the more surface area, the more crispy bits. I'm going to whack this in the oven. Oh, come on, look, blipping all around the sides, nice and juicy, crispy, crispy, crispy. I always go for the corner because I get double crispy bits. That's just our secret, right? So don't go around telling everyone that. It's a really, really good one. Serve it with a nice little salad, wedge of lemon. Let's have a little try. Super creamy. The topping with the sweet potato and the potato is really, really good. Nice little tip there. The feta cheese, which is quite unusual, works totally well. Take care. So we're going to do smoky pancetta cod with braised spinach, lentils and rosemary. It's so good. So first up, get yourself a pan, get it on full whack, and we're going to get it hot. Here we've got a beautiful little steak of cod. Now a nice tip, if you cut the fish fillet at an angle, it'll cook even quicker. I'm going to wrap it in some lovely smoked pancetta. The smoked pancetta is going to give it such a delicious, comforting flavour, but it's nice and thin, as you can see, so you're not ramping up too much of the old sat fats. Just lay the pancetta over the cod like this, and then just tuck it under like that. Beautiful. And then we're adding a brilliant herb, rosemary, really savoury and just fantastically delicious. I'm going to go into the pan with just a little olive oil. So I'm going to pick this cod up and I'm going to put it straight down in the fat like that. I'm going to turn that down to sort of a medium heat and about 2.5 minutes on each side, maybe 2 minutes, and that's going to be delicious. So while that's cooking, let's think about the other ingredients that are going to bring this together. I've got some spinach here, so just pick through it. You can get the bag spinach, which is even easier to prep because it's all washed and ready to go. If you just have a look in the pan now, you can see kind of looking nice. The smells in the room are fantastic, they really are. And then when you think it's looking good, just get yourself a little palette knife. Let's get under the fish, get in there, and let's turn it over. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, really is. Super fast, super quick, delicious, nutritious food. I'm gonna go in with the spinach, straight into the pan here. And you won't believe how quickly this will just wilt. You can season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Look at those colours in the pan. So look, that's about 4 minutes, super quick. So I'll put the fish on the board. And then if you come here, have a little look at this. That's your spinach and the cooking juices. And what I might nick, which is one of my pantry ingredients, is just a little drizzle of vinegar, tiny drizzle. And that will just give the spinach a lovely little kind of kick of acidity. And then this pan goes straight back in, and I'm going to use a pouch of lentils. Now, this is one of my pouches here, but you can get different brands and you can get different packs in supermarkets. Why are these a good little hack? Often they need soaking overnight, they need some long cooking, and these pouches are exactly the kind of help you need to get the good stuff in you without all of that kind of faffing around. So simply all I'm going to do is put the lentils in the pan with all the sticky bits of goodness and maybe give it a little splash of water, bring the lentils back up to the boil. And in under 5 minutes, we've got a beautiful, delicious, fantastic looking, nutritious dish that I think you're gonna love. I'm just gonna take a little spoon like this and I'm gonna go straight into the middle of the plate. Lovely. Take some of this spinach and just lay that to one side. It's a really nice portion of food. Absolutely beautiful. Now, look, if you look on the board here, I've got a little bit of the resting juices here from the fish and the bacon. So what I can do is just kind of turn that into a dressing. And I'm just going to use the smaller spinach leaves with a little bit of vinegar and I'll just dress them. Look at that. And that, my friends, is a lovely, lovely little dinner. I really think it's beautiful. This is the kind of food I love midweek when I haven't got much time. I want to eat something healthy, right? This is 350 calories, 2 of your fruit and veg a day, nice source of protein, omega-3s. It's really, really good food and it looks incredible. Now it's time for the taste test. What we should have is amazing texture, flaky, flaky fish. Look at that. Look at the juiciness of that fish. Look at that. So there you go, guys. Absolutely delicious, fun to do, quick, easy, healthy, blooming good looking and blooming tasty. Good luck.